Extensive, prolific, and certainly worthy of honor, Bruce Jackson's career remains a true model of success. After all, anyone who has worked the knobs of a mixing board would love to have the names of Bruce Springsteen, Barbra Streisand, Fleetwood Mac, Johnny Cash, and Elvis on their resume. But despite, or is it because of his work with these and other superstars, he's been inspired to create some of the most influential and far-reaching innovations of our industry. Bruce grew up in Harbourside in Sydney, Australia, with a love of electronics and the patience and curiosity to experiment. In 1967, at the age of 18, he and friend Phil Story chipped in $50 each and founded J&S Research Electronics out of Jackson's bedroom. Nicknamed Jans, the company was an instant success building guitar amps, mixers, and column PAs. Though he sold his half of the company only 2 years later, the fact Jans is going strong today is a testament to Jackson's vision. In 1969, Bruce hopped a fence at a Blood, Sweat and Tears concert and introduced himself to Roy Clare, who at the time was operating the biggest sound system Australia had ever seen. As fate would have it, he would end up working with that exact system for a Johnny Cash tour and later go to work in Clare's shop in the States. Working with Ron Borthwick and others, one of Jackson's pioneer developments at Clare was the first fold-out console, thus saving the backs of generations of engineers. He was behind the first console to have plasma bar graph meters, which also displayed simultaneous RMS and peak levels. Prior to this revolutionary console, EQ options were limited, and this mixer was the first to feature parametric EQ. Bruce would go on the road with the king himself, being sound engineer and designer for hundreds of shows until Elvis permanently left the building in 1977. Jackson often came under pressure to increase seat sales at concerts, but again, he thought outside the box. By emulating the sound systems he'd seen at touring ice shows, he was the first to hang loudspeakers on chain hoists for live concerts. In 1978, Jackson was hired by Bruce Springsteen. Springsteen is notoriously particular about the sound quality of his show, and would have his band play while he walked arena floors with Jackson. Jackson would field questions like, "Why can't I hear the hi-hat from this spot?" Jackson thrived in this environment, utilizing high-frequency drivers and designing an overblown set of delay systems with 8 delays up on a pole to solve such issues. He set a new standard for live PAs in stadiums. In his downtime, he had started Apogee Electronics Corporation out of his garage in Santa Monica and wanted to focus his energy on this budding company. In the early 80s, he had gone to Japan and got his hands on a new device called a CD player, and was sorely disappointed. Through Apogee, he started addressing the shortcomings of digital audio. So Jackson created filters that made radical improvements in the sound quality, and soon his work was standard with every digital recording device. In 1993, he was approached about doing Barbra Streisand's first tour in decades, but busy with Apogee, he turned down the offer. But they were persistent, and Jackson became intrigued with rumors of Streisand's high standards, and signed on only when he was assured he could do whatever was necessary to create audio perfection. In 1999, he would be called back again to do her Millennium Concert Tour. Today, Jackson has formed another company, Lake Technology, which is owned by Dolby. There he continues experimenting and innovating, including designing new processors which have found their way onto 7 of the current top 10 tours. Barbra Streisand describes Jackson as the best sound engineer in the world. But as it turns out, he's so much more than that. And that's why Bruce Jackson is the recipient of the 2005 Parnelli Innovator Award.